Theology is a lot like vision. No, not like that vision, this vision. Think about it. Think about how your vision affects the way you see the world around you and how that influences the decisions that you make. Today, we'll talk about how theology is a lot like your vision, and we'll really uncover what it really means.
Hey Bibsy Squad, welcome back to another episode of Biblically Serious, where we're all about understanding the Bible and owning our faith.
Theology. It may not be a word that we use often, but it's a concept that we are experiencing constantly. Theology comes from two Greek words, theos, meaning God, and logia, meaning utterance or sayings, that actually comes from another Greek word, logos, meaning words. So in its most basic definition, theology is words about God. Or some have simplified the definition to mean the study of God, which doesn't quite capture its use in its entirety. Historically, the word theology has been used in two primary ways. Augustine of Hippo defined the Latin equivalent theologia as reasonings or discussions concerning the deity. Richard Hooker defined the English version of theology as the science of things divine. So we see that theology can be as formal as a systematic study of a religious belief, and we see that today in academic settings, or it can be as formal as your perspective on God. Not everyone will go on to study theology in a very academic, systematic approach, but everyone does have a perspective on God. So for the sake of this video, let's just stick to the arm of theology that focuses on our personal perspectives on God. Thomas Aquinas, a 13th century theologian, coined the phrase theology as the queen of sciences. It was understood that theology was the first in pursuit of knowledge. It was the foundation for your philosophy and your worldview, which in turn dictated your heart's position, your actions, your attitudes in all situations. Though theology may not be considered in academic settings anymore as the queen of sciences, these statements still holds true, and we see that in a number of religions. Muslim scholar and professor says, "To some, Islam is nothing but a code of rules and regulations, but to those who understand, it is a perfect vision of life." Christian author and theologian C.S. Lewis said, "I believe in Christianity as I believe that the sun has risen, not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything." As a believer of the Christian faith, this statement is true for me as well. Theology and my perspective of God really dictates every aspect of my life. I see making big life decisions as an opportunity to consult God. I see the way I present myself as an opportunity to represent God, and I see building a family as a way to glorify God. No matter what theology you subscribe to, theology is a lot like the glasses we wear. It determines how we see the world, how we interpret the actions of the world and our actions in the world. It affects our vision, how we see our relationships, how we see our emotions, how we see our career, and so much more. I'll end on this quote that I love by J.I. Packer. "Every time we mention God, we become theologians, and the only question is whether we are going to be good ones or bad ones." But first, we can't talk about good and bad theology until we answer the question, should all Christians be theologians? We'll tackle that one in our next video, so stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. If you found it to be helpful, be sure to share it and start a conversation with someone else. And if you don't want to miss that next video, be sure to subscribe and turn on your post notification, and we'll see you in the next one.